Okay, we've done the high-low brake and the high-low clutch pack. Now we have to look at the high-low planetary unit. Now once again, grab your pot of grease handy and look, just before I get going, cut a bit off the top. There's a standard grease tube, and if you cut the top off like that, the lid still goes on if you cut it straight and it keeps the dust out. Anyway, Lance's handy tip number 21. Oh, well, not. Okay, now we have these gears here, and they're a double pinion, as it's a compound planetary. Now, a compound planetary, these gears are two, as opposed to just a single gear. They're a double pinion. So look, what we do with this is, I'll just put the housing down there. Now, if you remember, we had two needles and a spacer and a thrust each side. So we'll just give all that a wipe, make sure it's all good. And gave them I will give them a quick blow. And once again, bit of grease. Now, why the grease in here? Well, you notice the rollers want to hang down. See that? They naturally just want to hang down with gravity. So put grease around them and they'll stay out, so that when you bring the pin through here, you're not trying to push through a roller that's dropped. So we'll pop that one right to the bottom. We'll pop the centre in. We'll put grease in here. Okay, I had to start this segment again. I just got a message on the camera that flicked up and said, "Camera is exhausted." And I said, well, imagine how I feel. Okay, all right, we've put grease on the bearings. Then I usually stick my finger in there and just poke the rollers out to the outside, so when we go to put the shaft in, we haven't got one sitting down low. I put grease on this end here. You can see which way that's been sitting. And I put grease here for no other purpose than to hold the rollers, the needles in place. Now, you have an open end here and a closed end. The small gear goes to the back. Now, this is the shaft that had the ball bearing in it. So you'll see in here there's a little oil hole. The oil hole brings oil up through here and helps lubricate these bearings. So it's just lube oil that comes out of the normal lube surface. So that's why they have them pegged, or well, another reason why they have them pegged. So if we slide that in there, bring a ball bearing in, into the hole on the shaft, then turn that and poke that in. That's one gear put together. Okay, we'll do another couple quickly. Okay, so one gear, one spacer, one gear, bit of grease, poke all the rollers back out, put a thrust washer in the grease, put a thrust washer in the grease, make sure it feels like it's all good. Bring him down in there. And Lance, you dickhead, put the shaft the right way. Okay, so that's ready to go in. Put the ball in so our oil holes line up and holds it all together. That feels good. One to go. Bit of grease. 1, 2 and a spacer. One spacer. More grease. There's probably 50 ways of doing this job. This is just how I do it. And stick your finger in the hole and run all the rollers out against the wall of the gear. Bring a thrust in. Another thrust. Make sure you have the shaft around the right way. Okay. Now this gear here, the gear that sits on the bottom, mine has part number L3661. And if you don't take any other advice, bloody well listen now or it'll cost you money, okay? This is a compound planetary. Now being a compound planetary, you have the double gears here. A lot of compound planetaries need timing. This needs timing. So look, first up, we'll pop the thrust in. A bit of grease on it, gives you a good start up. Put the cap on the grease and get it out of the way. Now this is really important, and I can't overstate how important it is. It's just really important. Now on this gear, you see a V there, a V there, and a V here. They are timing marks. You must time it. So let's see if we can get this so it's obvious to you. We can turn this and we come to two teeth with a mark on them. In this instance it's that one and that one. Can you see that? I hope you can, I'm just not sure. There they are there. See the teeth haven't got dots and those ones have got little marks. Usually if you line them up with the V's in the casting at the back there, you won't be far off right. And where's that bloody shadow? Here we go. So there's the two marks there. Yep, you can just see that. So line those marks up. Now bring this down over the top and make sure the V goes between those two pointers on the outer gears. If they don't, like I've missed this one here, take him out, slide him around a tooth, bring him back in again. So before you do anything more at the moment, take time to look at that. So you need the V pointing between the two marks on the gear. Now, on the gear, see those marks? Where are we? There, you can just see them there. That's what you're looking for. So if we go back, make sure that's timed up. There's no need to turn that for any other reason. So that's timed. That is important. It'll blow up. You don't want that. Now this top gear here, it's not important for that to be timed. We don't need to. So that can pop in over the top here like that. And what happens is this plate, this piece here, drops down over the top. So where are we? Yeah, so that would go down over there. But of course we need plates on there, don't we? So these only have 2 clutch plates. So when you look at these plates here, you can see the pistons pushed on there, and that's been the wear surface. Make sure they're true with the steel ruler or something. These are good. And so they sit like that. One goes there. Then we're going to use the fat plates in there. Someone's put metallic plates in here once before. Oops, sorry, I'm giving you a kick there. Then we use a steel one. Oops, I keep kicking that camera, sorry about that. And what I didn't do here, which I should do, is a bit of oil. Okay, that looks good there. Now you'll notice we have a bolt hole and a dowel a bit further away. There's a shadow mark here. So we just have to line these up. Now, which is the closest? Oh, they all look the same now. I think it'll have to go like this. There's a dowel, there it is. I've probably done that back to front a little bit. Oh, come on. You've got to line it up whichever way you go. Now we've got the bolt on its own over here, so that's there. We just need to line all those plates up. Oh, I'll get down here and not getting down the boogie, I'm just getting down to check out the plates are lined up correctly. There's one that's not. Okay, so we've got that sitting right down. It's important to make sure that this housing's sitting right down and we haven't got a plate caught. And you can see that there's movement in the pack here. We're not bound up at all, so that's good. So now, oh dear, get back up again. That's the big problem. Now these bolts, they're 1/2 inch bolts. They don't have any washers on them. They just tighten up. I usually put a dab of Loctite. Just makes me feel better. And I'll go and find some and be back in a second. Three, two. Okay, I'm back. Gob of Loctite, gob of Loctite, gob of Loctite. Tighten all this up. Now they're only a 5/16 UNC bolt, so probably 25 foot-pound or something like that. This is what I do. Couldn't believe I can't find my other 1/2 inch spanners. There you go. That's just firm. Okay, nice and tight. Alright, so we get the high-low brake over here now, and if we've done this right, that should all sit in there nicely. Now we're just flush with the back there, so we know we're not travelling too badly there. There's an O-ring in here and an O-ring down here for your PDO brake and your PDO, and on some, no, that's it. That's it for this one. So there you go. Hopefully, if you follow those instructions, you'll get your high-low together quite easily. It's not a hard mechanical job. There's just a few little things to know, and sometimes watching someone do it is just a big help. And so there you go. Job done. We'll move on to something else.